We're here today to talk about why saying that you don't want to be a burden to your family and not being a burden and staying at home, not going to a nursing home, takes a little bit of work. I'm Pamela Wilson. For the past 20 years, I have been the person that caregivers and aging adults have trusted to manage care and to help them stay at home and remain independent. So many aging adults that I meet tell me that they don't want to be a burden to their children. Yet, when I ask if they have a plan, they say to me, "Why do I need a plan? What plan would I possibly need? I'm just going to take care of myself." And I look at them and I say, "Oh, it takes so much more than that." When I talk to aging adults about retirement, I tell them that after retirement, they have a new job. Their job is to take care of themselves. Rather than sit on the couch all day and watch television, it's important to have a regular routine. It's important to take care of all of the reasons that might result in you leaving your home or going to a nursing home. Physical activity is the first one. Falls and fractures are a main reason that if you're an aging adult, you would have to leave your home because you can't take care of yourself. Simple things like bathing and dressing become more difficult with age. Actually, honestly, everything becomes more difficult with age. It's something that we just don't think about. It's something that we just don't talk about. If you have grandparents and you visit your grandparents, do they ever talk about their aches and pains? Do they ever talk about, "I wish I was young again. All the energy I had when I was young"? My grandma Mary was amazing. She lived well into her 90s. She was from Poland and she actually learned how to read and write English at the age of 65. She was such a role model for me. But she would say to me, "Pamela, it's no good to get old. I have arthritis, I have all these aches and pains." And I would go visit Grandma Mary because I loved her. And she would always send me home with a hug and a big kiss, and usually a knitted pair of booty slippers. But the one thing that Grandma would say to me before I left was, "Thank you so much for coming to see me. Thank you so much for coming to see me." She said the same thing the last time that I saw her in a nursing home before she passed away. It was heartbreaking to see Grandma in that situation, which is why today I help caregivers and aging adults with these issues. So many aging adults say to me, "Pamela, I don't know if my kids will take care of me. I don't know if they'll show up." My suggestion, we have to talk about caregiving in families. We have to have these caregiving conversations, and we have to have them very early. I was fortunate in my family that my mom, who passed away more than 20 years ago, was a family caregiver type. She would take me to go see Grandma and aunts and uncles, and she actually brought a couple family members into our home for a number of months to take care of them. She was the family caregiver, and she set a very good model for me because I love older adults. I love helping people. In your family, if you're an adult child and you're caring for an aging parent and you have children, do you take your children and involve them in caregiving? It's so important because one day your children will have to take care of you. It's better that caregiving becomes a family conversation. It's better that caregiving becomes something normal that a family talks about instead of, "Oh my gosh, I never knew this would happen. I never thought I would be a caregiver. I'm shocked." That is the worst possible scenario. If you involve your children in caregiving for your aging parents, if you as a parent talk to your children about caregiving, caregiving becomes so much easier and it becomes a family project. Because we all want to stay at home. None of us want to go live in a nursing home or a care community. All it takes is one little unexpected accident to change your life overnight. And I'll share a story. I had a client who had a friend in California. This gentleman lived alone. He was what's called today a solo ager or an elder orphan. He was never married, although he dated, and he lived alone, never had any children. His friend from California called me and said, Pamela, I need you to go see my friend. He's in the hospital at this location. He's expecting you. Know that he's probably going to try to send you away. He will probably try to intimidate you, tell you all the reasons why he doesn't need your help. Know that. I need you to work this out for me because I can't come care for him. He has nobody else to take care of his care situation. I'm relying on you. I went to the hospital and everything the friend told me was true. This gentleman was rude. He was intimidating. He insulted me and I stayed. And after about 2 hours, I had him convinced that I could actually be of help to him. He was interested in my education. I have a bachelor's degree, I have a master's degree, I'm a certified senior advisor, I'm a national certified guardian. So I not only have the family experience of the loss of a sister, a brother, and both of my parents, I have 20 years experience helping people in all types of care situations. For this gentleman, I was able to convince the hospital to let him go home. Believe it or not, if you are an older adult and you're alone, the hospital may not think that you can care for yourself. They may not want to release you home because they're afraid you're going to come right back. Because of my experience and the way that I talked to the hospital staff, I gave them some reassurance that yes, I could take him home, and yes, I could arrange care in his home. Now, this gentleman was an extraordinary situation. He was an Air Force veteran. He was also a teacher. He taught political science and history. So he was fortunate to have a very good retirement income and a very good pension. He could afford having caregivers in his home, and I arranged all of that for him because he never wanted to go to a care community. He never wanted to go to a nursing home. And his friend in California and I worked together to make all of this happen. He was able to stay at home for a very long time, but he fractured another ankle. That ankle fracture so affected his health. It so affected his mobility that eventually he basically became chair-bound. He could only get up to take a few steps, to use a bedside commode to toilet. He got bed baths in his chair. He lived basically in this chair in his living room with a lot of comforts. Cable TV, music, everything. He had caregivers to cook meals for him, to help him do bed baths, anything that he needed. But over the next year, because of this ankle fracture, he had more heart issues. All of the chronic health conditions that he was able to manage before when he was mobile became significantly worse. This is what happens when we age. It's just a factor of aging. I wish it wasn't true, but it is. If you are an older adult and you want to stay at home, if you are an adult child caring for a parent or a grandparent, or maybe you're a spouse caring for your husband or wife, I have the solution to help you keep loved ones at home. It's called my stay-at-home course. There is a link associated with this video where you can click and check it out to get more information. But the idea of the stay-at-home course is it's a program to help you understand why older adults have to leave home to go to nursing homes. Many don't know. Many don't realize the little signs that are so significant that overnight blow up into serious care situations. If you're serious about wanting to stay at home, this course normally $3,000. Because of this video, I'm offering a special price of $597. And you may be thinking, that's a lot of money. Well, surprising statistics. One day in a nursing home, if you have to private pay, is anywhere between $300 to $500. 24-hour in-home care in your home by a care agency, $27 an hour or over $600 a day. Both of those numbers, $1,000 a day or $600 a day, make my caregiving course look like a bargain. It is. I want to be able to get it out to as many people as possible. And if you average it over a year, it's $1.63 a day. Is it worth you? Is it worth $1.63 a day for you to stay at home? You make the decision. You make the choice. I'm Pamela Wilson. For the past 20 years, I have helped aging adults and caregivers solve caregiving problems, stay at home, manage all type of care situations. My website is PamelaDWilson.com. You can also click the link that's associated with this video to check out my stay-at-home course. I hope I see you soon in another video or in one of my courses.